Also, following and continuing with the conversation on the Telecommunication and Technology Society Day, a bit information and history about it is that World Telecommunication Day has been celebrated annually on the 17th of May since 1969, as I said earlier, marking the founding of the ITU and the signing of the first International Telegraph Convention in 1965. It was instituted by the Plenipotentiary Conference in Malaga, um, Terrapolinos in 1973 as resolution. As part of it, the World Information Society Day in November 2005 had a World Summit on the Information Society and called upon the UN General Assembly to declare 17th May as the World Information Society Day to focus on the importance of ICT and a wide range of issues related to the information society raised. Least developed countries need digital investment. Over the past decade, the connectivity challenge has become more complex and demanding. Bringing everyone online is no longer enough. Meaningful connectivity, the possibility to enjoy a safe, satisfying, enriching, and productive and affordable online experience is a new imperative. Digital coalition is midway through the agenda to fulfill the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and which is supposed to end by 2030. The least developed countries, that's the LDCs, remain the world's largest untapped resource whose needs must be addressed to achieve the SDGs. Invest in these young, vibrant countries can drive sustainable growth for generations. Let's make 2024 a year of progress for digital transformation in the least developed country. And this also brings me to the question of asking you that what are some proposed issues of discussions as we celebrate the event today?
Okay, sure. So with that, I think in our dispensation, let me just Ghana as an example. We should the discussion should be geared towards how we can link the various digital advancements or digital initiatives we have as a country. We can make it a centralized system that will make it interdependent or codependent on each other to promote effective use of information technology assets in the country. Let's say currently we have a digital address system. How well has the digital address system been integrated into the national Ghana National Police or Ghana National Fire Service system or ambulance system, such that if I happen to have an emergency and I mention my digital address to them, they'll be able to come to the location. Get it? Even in the example I gave with this Apple devices,
Exactly.
if there happen to be an emergency, it just sends the digital address instead of the GPS coordinates to them. Because ideally, some of these things, they just give you the coordinates. The route to the place is determined by the map. But in our dispensation, where our planning is not that of
Yeah.
the perfect type, how is this technology or how is this digital address system able to provide an alternative route if it happens that there's an emergency in the slums of wherever it is? How can these technologies help? So the technology shouldn't be made to just be standalone. We just create the system, we advertise it, we put it out there, people start patronizing, and that is the end of it. We don't hear about it anymore. An example is, let's say, with the COVID tracker, we could have made the system in a way that after COVID, which is no longer an it's no longer a pandemic, no longer a pandemic like we have now, the app will be repurposed to serve another thing. Maybe it will be a malaria tracker, a cholera tracker, something else. So we have to be more dynamic with system creation, and so that we can integrate it into other fields or how do you call it, connect it with other things to make a seamless system out of it. Because if you make it an independent project, we do it, we forget about it. We make another independent project, we do it,
We
forget
forget
about it.
about it.
It tends to not promote key, it doesn't pick up the interest of people. But if they are linked, I know that, oh, if I get the GPS address and there's an emergency, by just mentioning my GHC, blah 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 blah, the police will come to, or whatever services will come. I don't have to mention Ablukuma First Light, number 4 house. Yes, you see, time is very important.
Exactly. And if the person is at the verge of death,
Yes. You
the
see, and
ambulance
even
also need to.
shock might not even let you remember some of these things. You get it? So we have to, the discussion, what I would hope that the discussion be about is to promote the linking of the various information technology infrastructure we have, or the programs or services we have out there, linking it to one centralized system that promotes effective usage or effective service to the people it was made for.